job as a congregational rabbi involves always thinking of what it is that a Devar Torah, that a sermon will be about come Shabbat. And day to day, I always think that I have my thing, and it often just comes from whatever is on my mind or whatever sort of outside inputs I get, which can be things like, oh, there's a president that's going to be inaugurated in the week to come. It's a Martin Luther King Day in the week to come. It's a week when literally an American city is being consumed by wildfires in Southern California. It is a time when there is a seemingly, as I speak, a hostage deal being possibly ratified in Israel, between Israel and Hamas. There's a lot going on. But ultimately, I'm supposed to speak about the Torah, which I think speaks about all of the above, which is to say, in this week's Torah portion in Parshat Shmot, my favorite parsha, we meet Moshe, and you forget how unlikely a hero that Moshe is. Moses is a criminal. He's on the run from the law in his homeland, in the land of Egypt. He is in exile. He is out of touch with his own people. The last time we were told he had contact with his people, they were accusing him of being out of touch with them, of not acting in their interest. He is a child of privilege. He grew up, it seems, in the palace and not among the people who he's supposed to be representing. And of course, he's been away for a long time. And of course, he says that he's Aral Safatayim. He is somehow impeded in his speech and doesn't think he can do a job of speaking to Pharaoh, doesn't think Pharaoh will believe him, doesn't think the people will believe him. And yet, when the Israelites who are suffering call out, God hears, and Moses ultimately is charged with responding. And that knowledge, that crying out even after long periods of suffering can be heard, and that salvation can come from an unlikely place, that it's not necessarily the people who we normally would look to, but maybe it's people who we don't think help will come from. Where help will come is supposed to, I think, give us a sense of hope. So even in difficult times, some people can be hopeful with the aforementioned set of circumstances, some people less so. Know that we are never supposed to lose hope, and that is part of the core message of the Torah, and this indeed is a message that has carried the Jewish people century after century after century. Shabbat Shalom.